James Gunn has gone mad. What even is going to happen to the DCEU? Do they have a plan or are they just making shit up as they go along? Abbe yaar, matlab kuch bhi. I genuinely can't believe he's done this. It's been just 2 freaking months since Superman released and already there's a kind of a sequel announced. Before I summon the Snyder bots, I love the Superman movie. I think it's the best representation of Superman ever since Superman and Lois. But this is not actually a sequel. This is kind of a Superman is going to feature more heavily in this film. Although this movie is titled The Man of Tomorrow, which Superman is known by. But considering we see both Lex and Superman together, I feel it's going to go from kind of an enemies to lovers kind of a situation where we see Lex either break out or bailed out of prison. He's supposed to lead a huge tech company, so I guess he can get a very good armor like Raptors already did in the Superman movie. And I guess it would be even more powerful. It has to if he's gonna go up against Superman. We saw a very good representation of armor in Superman and Lois TV show. It was the closest that we got to, Lex actually fighting Superman, and I loved it so much. So I am really excited about this. But I don't think this is a direct Superman sequel. That's something that people are up in arms about, that, oh, we're getting a Superman sequel. I don't think we're going to get that. What I feel is going to happen, that it's going to be more about Lex Luthor and how we go from a tech bro Lex to a President Lex. And what a great way to announce by having the big wigs of comic book artists actually draw those images. Like I said, just barely 2 months into the actual release of the film. I loved the DCEU when it came out with Man of Steel, and it was supposed to be this huge start to the DC universe. It didn't turn out to be. It became a mess, like a huge mess. But I think that James Gunn had the right idea. But the thing that people are missing out is James Gunn has very smartly referred to it as the Superman saga, not like a trilogy or a duology. It's not a trilogy per se. Superman is one of the leading figures of the DC comics. Calling it part of a Superman saga, I think works better without having to restrain himself into, oh, I have to make these 3 movies or these 4 movies featuring and with the lead of Superman. I guess this is part of the Superman saga. I think he's already hinted that Superman might feature in the Supergirl movie as well, but not as heavily. So I won't call it part of the Superman saga. But this is generally a good idea to do it this way. That way you're less beholden to, stuck in, like, oh, I have to do a trilogy now. I did the Superman movie, now I have to do Superman Part 2. This is part of, I don't know how many movies is going to be that Superman is going to lead in. Can't wait to see David Corenswet again as Clark Kent. Again, generally one of the best representations ever since Tyler Hoechlin, which was last year actually. So what did you think? I know some people are going to be really angry about this. Looking at you, Tyrone Magnus. 1 million subscribers! No, I'm just kidding. Some people are just going to be very indifferent, which is fair. Some people are going to be really excited like I am. What do you think about this announcement? I felt like the announcement was a genius way to do that. Because one, it pays homage to the actual comics by having actual comic book artists draw that figure, draw those two together. And it basically shows the faith that the studio has in the DCU. Peacemaker is already out. I should be reacting to that as well, but I haven't found the time because I have been, so Kismet is keeping me busy. But we're getting the Supergirl movie next year. I think we're getting some great DCU movies in the next 5 years. So give me Clayface, give me Swamp Thing,